Welcome everybody back to the Radical Marketer YouTube channel, where we talk about how to leverage credit, how to leverage social media, and how to make money online. So if that interests you, smash that like button, punch that subscribe button, because I make videos daily and you do not want to miss it. If it's your first time checking out my channel, welcome. So glad to have you. Promise to give you all stuff and no fluff. These are very conversational, informal, value-packed videos that helps you get high limit credit funding for your business and for your personal life. Guys, also, thank you so much for all of you who have been blowing up the private Facebook group daily. It's so cool to see all the gems being dropped every single day and you guys all helping each other. So if you're not part of the private Facebook group, join in the link below, and shout outs and salutes to the entire Radical Marketer community worldwide that is blowing this channel up and is quickly becoming one of the fastest YouTube channels on YouTube. And on top of that, guys, it's all because of you guys. It's all because of you. In today's video, we're going to talk about the Navy Federal Flagship card, okay? I'm going to be dropping jewels all over the place. You are not going to want to skip this video, and you're not going to want to press off the video. You're going to want to see the whole thing. I'm going to talk about strategy and how to get it. I'm going to talk about 2 cards that could be better. So I'll go over that at the end. I'll talk about different hacks and strategies to get this card. Okay, this is probably the most well-known card in all of the credit unions, because Navy Federal Credit Union is by far the largest federal credit union in the world. Okay, but without further ado, smash the like button and throw a comment. It doesn't matter what it is, a question, an opinion, anything. Put it in the comment section, because when you engage with the video, it helps spread it to the masses. Okay, guys, let's go over this. First of all, Navy Federal Credit Union, the largest credit union in the world. Can anybody get into it? No, they can't. I have an entire playlist of Navy Federal of how to get in if you're not military, all different ways to get in. You want to make sure you do it legally. You want to make sure you do it ethically, because they can freeze your accounts, they can shut you down, and they can prosecute you, okay? I've been hearing a lot of that starting to happen, because there's been a lot of loopholes that Navy Federal has had, and they've been closing them and going after people that abuse the system. This is meant for military and their families and close friends, and so that's what this credit union is about. Now, I don't judge anybody. However you get in is how you get in, but I just want you guys to be careful, because they are freezing accounts and prosecuting people as we speak. All right, guys, so the Flagship Rewards card is by far the best card that they have. It's a Visa signature card. Right now, they're having a 40,000 bonus points, where you get 3x points on travel purchases as well. We go down here. The reason why this card is so big is because it's an $80,000 limit credit card. For credit unions, that's a very, very high limit credit card. And here's the other thing. You're not going to have a lot of credit cards in today's world having an $80,000 limit unless it's a business card, okay? So I'm going to talk about how to get that type of limit at the end of the video, but I want to go over why this card is valuable, because it is a valuable and it is a keeper card, and it's one that you want to have in your wallet, but it's not one that you may want to just go out and try to go get, because you may get denied for it. It's a $49 annual fee. What I love about there is there's no balance transfer fees, no foreign transaction fees, no cash advance fees, and there's a $49 annual fee. That's it, okay? This is the only card with Navy Federal that is going to have the annual fee. The interest rate can be, not too bad. Depending on your credit worthiness, it could be high, but you're going to get 3 points on all travel, 2 points on everything else, and then you'll also receive a statement credit for global entry and TSA pre-check. This is going to be their travel card. This is going to be their most exclusive card. Now, what is a good way to get this? Also, I want to show you that there's no reward limits to it. And then there's also your points will not expire as well. Now, the points, what does the travel consist of? Travel is going to consist of car rentals, timeshares, campgrounds, RV parks, ride sharing, parking, tolls, ferries, museums, amusement parks, shout outs to Cedar Point, public golf courses, airlines, basically anything that can be coded for travel. You're going to get 3x points back on that, okay? And then everything else, you're going to be having the 2x on everything else. So that's a really, really aggressive card. Now, you can get pre-qualified for this card. This pre-qualified tool with Navy Federal is great. It will tell you if you have a very good shot at getting it. Now, remember, guys, the pre-quals can miss things, and you can pre-qualify and then end up being denied. But Navy Federal is very good at their pre-qualify tool. So if you do pre-qualify, there's a good chance that you will be able to get the card. Now, it will not tell you the limit that you're approved for, like Patelco or like NASA or like Apple. It's not going to tell you what the limit is, but it will tell you that you do pre-qualify for it. So you can definitely do that as well. Let's dive a little bit deeper onto the card. You can kind of go through this. This offer is going to be good until November 1, which is great. And yeah, we kind of went through that right there. The pre-qualified tool. Let's see where it's at here. Actually, we'll go back here for a second here. Bear with me, guys. Okay, if you do the pre-qualify me, it's gonna probably want you to already be a member. Let's look here. Yep, it wants you to already be a member. So you cannot get the credit card as well unless you are a member of Navy Federal. You'd have to literally log in and then pre-qualify. So you have to be a member with Navy Federal before you do that. Here's another thing. Navy Federal is known as the House of High Limits for a reason. They give very high limits on all of their credit cards. It's a $50,000 limit. And on their flagship card, it's an $80,000 limit. This is the one that we're reviewing right now, their top tier credit card. You can have up to 3 personal cards with Navy Federal. So ideally, you can have up to $180,000 worth of personal credit cards with Navy Federal and build that limit over time. Will you get that overnight? Absolutely not. There's going to be ways that you're going to be able to get these limits higher. There's hacks, there's tricks. Check out my entire playlist for that. I go more in depth about that. I'll briefly mention them here. If you have bad credit, if you have good credit, if you have fair credit, you can get this card. Now, if you have bad credit or good credit, if you have bad credit or fair credit, you're going to want to work your way up to this card. I don't recommend immediately going to apply for this flagship card. What I would recommend you do if you have bad credit or fair credit is start off with a platinum card, which is their lowest tier card, or a secured credit card that would enhance your risk of being approved. The secured credit card will get unsecured within 6 months. So after 6 months, they'll review the account. If you made all of your on-time payments, they'll graduate you to an unsecured card. You'll get your deposit back. You'll keep the trade line, and then you can actually ask a credit limit increase on top of that. Another thing that you could do once you do that is they have something called a 91-3 rule, which means every 91 days or every 3 billing statements, you can actually apply for a credit limit increase or a new card. Okay, that's kind of their underwriting internal scoring model. What you want to do is you want to build your internal score to get this card. Okay, you want to build the internal score. So what does that look like? It means opening up a checking, opening up a savings, and you can also fund Navy Federal with a credit card as well. There's no hard pull for membership, and on the pull for this card, it's going to be from TransUnion. So it's really nice because TransUnion doesn't have a lot of credit cards that they pull from. Obviously, the Apple Card, Navy Federal will be a big one for their credit cards, but it's going to be a hard pull from TransUnion. It's soft pull for membership. You just got to make sure that you qualify with Navy Federal. Watch the playlist for that. Like I said, if you don't have good credit, get an entry-level card or get a secured card and use that for 91 days straight. Put money in your account, put a direct deposit in your account. Now you're showing Navy Federal that you're using the credit union. If you need an installment loan, you can do like what they call a pledge loan, which is a no credit check installment loan. You can do 12 to 24 months on there and then pay 70 to 80% off. So when it reports to your credit report, it's not going to bring down your score as much, but it's actually going to help you because you don't owe 100% of the balance. You only owe 20 to 30%. It builds internal score, it builds internal trust with Navy Federal. So the best ways to get this card, this flagship card, if you want it, which you should get it because it's one of the best travel cards out there and one of the best credit cards with a credit union, is qualify for the entry-level cards or the secure card first. Use that, let it graduate, and then apply for the flagship card. Okay? Another strategy you could do is you could do 2 to 3 cards, right? So you have all their different credit cards, 2 to 3 cards, and then you could just say, hey, you could call up on the phone and you could say, hey, I would like the product change into the flagship card. Could you help me? And I would like to combine 2 of my cards together to make the flagship card. That's a hack a lot of people don't know about. So, for example, if you have 2 of the Amex cards with Navy Federal, you obviously have a $100,000 limit. You could just say, hey, listen, I want to take both of these cards and or I want to reduce one of the limits here and make a flagship card. And I've heard of that happening as well. If you get denied for the card, there's another way that you can get the card is through the reconsideration line. And you want to do that through the portal or call over the phone and try to speak to the reconsideration line. Keep in mind, people, that this is going to be a hard pull to get the card. Anytime you apply for them, it's going to be a hard pull. And the credit limit increases will normally be a hard pull as well if you apply over the phone. But if you do it through the late night hack or at nighttime, what that basically is when everybody goes home, the computer system kicks in. You can try to get a credit limit increase in the midnight hours, or you could also just do it through the portal or try to submit online. And I've heard of that being a soft pull, but that's not always the case. So don't quote me. That could be a hard pull as well. Just be prepared to get a hard pull. What I would recommend is that you freeze your TransUnion if you want to do a credit limit increase, so that way they don't accidentally pull or intentionally pull and you get a pull for a credit limit increase. But the product change hack is a way to get the flagship card. Going the secured route is going to be a good way, or getting an entry-level card and then applying your next card being the flagship card. Now, I want to show you a couple other cards real quick that you guys can go after once you have this card. You guys can go after the elite card from United Nations. It's got a $100,000 limit on the personal side, $50 annual fee. I'm going to be doing a video, is this card better than the flagship card? So make sure that you guys are subscribed. I'm literally doing 3 videos a day. You don't want to miss it, okay? The Azure card is not $80,000, but it's $50,000 with no annual fee, okay? And then we also have First Tech over here, the Portland Trailblazer Credit Union, and they have 6.99%, not to exceed $18,000. Annual fee first year free, then $75, and it's got a $100,000 credit limit. Okay, and you can actually get it looking like the Portland Trailblazers. So if you like Dame Dollar, you can rack up your dollars with the World Elite card. Okay, so that is going to be my video on Navy Federal Flagship Rewards card. Put in the comment section, do you have it? How did you get a high limit? Oh, I got one more hack for you guys. If you guys don't have the high limits on your credit cards, you're going to have to raise your limits on your other cards to justify Navy Federal giving you this type of limit. The other thing that you could do is, if you know somebody ethical that sells trade lines, you can get a high trade line reporting to your credit, then apply for the card. They're going to see that, okay, they've had an $80,000 card before. Let's go ahead and give it to them. So when one bank gives you a limit, it makes another bank feel easier to do. Navy Federal is very generous with their credit limits, but you got to build the relationship first before they're just going to go out and throw you an $80,000 limit. Put the comment section if you have the card. Do you want the card? Are you going after the card? Do you have the card? How did you get the high limit? Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Love you guys. Join the private Facebook group. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.